Hey, good morning. This is Guido, and I am here with Pilgrim. Say hello.
Good morning. Hello, everybody in the NA server and the world.
There you go. And this is Coffee Talk. As you know, the world's premier World of Tanks podcast. The world's premiere. Not like it's a premiere of the new one, but we're still working on the intro. We're still working on. That's right. Get your shill on. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I hope this week finds you happy and healthy, and all the crazy is leaving you alone. Whatever the type of crazy it is that might be. I got my cord trapped over there, Pilgrim.
Well, you see, the 7Ps, and we've discussed this before, haven't we? You are a commissioned officer, after all.
Well, I needed my NCO to fix something for me, and I don't have one. All of a sudden, I'm the NCO because I'm married.
Well, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
He's the general.
Don't call me sir. I'm a working man.
Yeah, exactly.
I was deployed. We're going to go into a random story before we even get started.
Okay.
It was just an exercise deployed, not an actual event deployed. But we're down there. We're putting up. I'm with the Army. It's when I was in ALO, and we're putting up the headquarters tent, the division tent, and I'm sitting there by the Humvee, and my airmen are there, and of course the sergeant major in the Army is always trying to get my airmen to help them, and usually when we're setting up, we do. So they head over there and they start to help, and I'm fine with that. But they're always trying to get them into different cycles of guard duty and doing KP and all this BS that they don't have time for because I've only got 2 of them on shift at any time. They need to be on the radios and doing their thing. But so there's always that running battle with the sergeant major who wants to treat the airmen like his troops.
Like another grunt.
Yeah. And it's always well-meaning because our guys sort of flaunt that. But anyway, that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. So I'm sitting there and they're putting all this crap up, and I see everyone working. I'm like, well, hell, we're not going to get started until we get this crap put up. So I walk over there. I'm a major at the time, and I grab a desk off the truck, and I grab, I've got my gloves on, and off we go, and I'm just working along. And I'm getting kind of some sideways glances because all the rest of the Army officers are sitting over there drinking coffee, smoking, and joking.
Yeah, that goes that way.
Yeah, so I'm just doing my thing, and the brigadier comes out. The M, they call him the maneuver general. So he's the second general in the division, second ranking guy, and he's called the maneuver. Yeah. He's up front with I can't remember what the hell the front one's called, but anyway, the M comes out. He's driven up and he's kind of overseeing, looking at what's going on, and he always called me Guido, which drove his officers crazy to no end, and I know he did on purpose, just to irritate him. And
wouldn't you if you were a general,
dude? If they liked you as an ALO, it was pretty funny because they were constantly hammering their staff. I mean, it's a hazing program, really. I mean, they got that from their general. That's just part of how the Army rolls. But in general, if you're not a complete D-bag as an Air Force officer, you're not part of that. So, and they're
you get away with murder.
We're doing all this, and he looks at me and he goes, Guido. I'm like, yes, sir. He goes, you keep that up, you're going to lose your officer card, with a smirk on his face. And I said, well, I fucking hope so. And he just gave me a wink and walked off, and kind of glanced at his officers and drove away. I was like, man.
You lot down there.
Yeah. Oh man, I made a lot of mileage. That day with that guy.
Yeah, cool. It's always worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
When the general's around, it's always worth it.
Oh man, boy, where were we? We were just getting started, weren't we? Okay.
We were, yes.
So hopefully we got our volumes better because Pilgrim was a little low yesterday or last week, I guess it was, and I was joking with him, telling him that I really want to try to push him off into the background.
Stealing his shine.
Yeah. All right, man, let's get rolling with this. What do we got? We got some missions and stuff to talk about.
We have.
You guys can see my artillery in the garage right now. We're going to get to that in a minute. A little bit later. Some pretty good stuff on that. All right, so I'm surviving. I think you guys are surviving out there. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. To people who have fathers. I assume all of us do. That would be kind of weird if we didn't. Well, wait a minute. Okay, so you could have a mother, but really was kind of a father involved somewhere along the way. But anyway, let's not get into that.
This is getting too difficult.
That is a rabbit hole I do not want to go down. Even though I halfway fell down it, I'm crawling back out of that rabbit hole right now.
Crikey.
My 100 battle challenge stuff is still going on. Can I please finish the Skoda T27?
Oh,
Pilgrim, do you have that thing?
no, and I was going to get it, but I've seen the struggle that next time, because it was, no.
I hate that.
I've seen it. It is horrible.
I don't really hate any tank, but I actually do hate that one.
It's not even quirky. It's not even. Oh, it's got its own little foibles that you can work around. It's just horrible.
Inaccurate. Not enough shells in the clip to do any meaningful,
Not enough pen.
Scary stuff. Not enough pen. Not really that fast. No armor. Boy, I'll tell you, if some of you out there are doing well in the Skoda, down in the comments, please give me some tips. I'm going to reverse the tables right here. You know what I ought to do? I ought to put some of my Skoda T27 games out and let everybody review them for me.
Yeah, put them on Miserable Monday and let people talk about it.
I think I'll just upload them and let people do a video and critique my gameplay, because I need help. That thing is... Anyway, I'm about done with it. I got about 4 or 5 games left. I am at 45% win rate in 95 games. I don't. There's no tank other than some tier 10s when I was super bad, and artillery that I haven't managed to get above 50% in 100 battles. It's unreal, and it's not like it's 49%. It's 5 or 6 wins away from even getting close to 50. Holy cow!
Oh dear, that's one you can. So once you hit your 100 battles, consign it to the History Channel. Just move it away.
You know what Wargaming? You know what Wargaming needs to do? They need to set up a system where you can burn a tank. Right in your garage, and it's the idea would be that you burn it and you can't actually ever get it back. Like
that'd be cool.
Yeah, no recovery or whatever. It should be a little ceremony, and then you can keep the video of a tank.
Yeah, no, and also you keep it in the slot, so it's in your garage.
Yeah,
just a burnt out hole.
Just a crumbly, like the animation should be a bunch of guys coming out of the woods and just start hammering it with sledgehammers, beating it down into the ground.
We're going to make plowshares out of this tank.
Yeah.
We're going to plow the ground out of it.
Yeah. Spiked clubs and maybe an earth mover to start stomping on top of it.
Oh dear.
Anyway, next stream should be, hopefully I can get my stack up stream tomorrow from 4 to 6. I've missed it for 2 weeks. This week looks good. Just had people coming and going, lots of visitors, which is a good thing. But a bad thing for the Monday stack up. And then I plan on Tuesday to be my next stream from 9 to 12 Tuesday morning, guys. So expect that. We've had some fun on the stream lately. That's been pretty awesome. You guys have been great, so I definitely appreciate all the support and all that. Remember Guido Grind? Not the fact that I might try that, but the fact that you could try it and get some goodies for a new account. Well,
You've got to change that, man. You can actually don't, because it's you.
Never change. All right. Okay, so let's move on to missions and specials. Again, a lot of stuff going on, guys. Lots of stuff going on. I'm going to start off though in the web page here. So let's go ahead and call up. Actually, we need to shill, don't we? I forgot about shilling.
We do the shill first if you want.
Yeah, we got to shill. We have to shill. So I can figure out how Chrome works. All right. So we'll go over to the shop, and we have in the featured. Well, I don't know why you would buy 2 Chinese heavies, but you could if you wanted both of the exact same heavy. You can do so. Especially since it's the WZ. Is that the 111? I believe, yeah.
111 Alpine Tiger, isn't it?
Look, the preferential tanks used to be absolutely fantastic, and to be quite honest, I built a good chunk of my good stats off of the backs of preferential tanks early on because they were protected. You only saw 1 tier higher, and back in the day when there weren't that many power crept tier 8s, these things were beasts, because if you were a good player and you could never see tier 10s, even with a slightly worse tank, At least you could dab 2 and have the competitive pen that you needed. You could run a rough shot, and a lot of people did that back in the day, but that is just not the game anymore. So be careful with buying preferential tanks. Yes, they are protected, but they are much less than they used to be. They're still, it's hard to say competitive, Pilgrim. I don't know if I would...
No, I don't think competitive is the word. They can probably stand their ground, but that's about it.
I like that. There you go. Straight from the right side of the Atlantic, my friends. Stand your ground. I think you're right, though. I think you're 100% right. So, yeah, they can get the job done, but they're not going to impress. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and it's quite odd the way they packaged it. If you look at it, you've got the 50. You've got, well, in English pounds, £53 for the 2 tanks together, and then you've got it separated.
Yeah,
which works out at like £82 for both tanks separate. But effectively, what you're doing when you're buying the package is just buying a skin for the second tank.
Yeah,
you're paying $12, whatever it is, $15 over the price of the single tank,
and that's
the skin.
That actually brings up, we may talk about this a couple more times, but what's a style, what's a skin, and what's a camo? I think what we come down to, and some of you guys helped us out last week on the comments, as I recall, there's the 3D style, which has 3D elements. I think that the Alpine Tiger is basically 3D because some of that stuff is actually modeled in 3D. It's not just painted on the tank. If you look at it, you can tell.
Yeah, you can see it almost stands out, doesn't it? Sticks out 3D.
So there's 3D style, and then there's 3D. Yeah, 3D, whatever it is, whatever I was trying to say. Then there's the style, which is a style like the Mutts, which is the same style for every season. Yeah. It's usually, that's a paint job, but it's this, and you can't modify those, unfortunately.
How many Muttses are there now?
3.
That's got to be marketing at its extreme, that, isn't it?
Oh man, that's nutty nut. There's the Schwarzpanzer, there's the Mutts, and then there's just the straight up, I think Panzer 58 it's called now, that they just came out with, which you can put, and oh, by the way, they made a style for that as well. Yeah. That's only able to be put on that. You can't put it on your Mutts or your Schwarzpanzer.
No.
Okay.
It's just for the 58.
Yep.
Okay.
And then there's camo, which I think is the elements that are on the hull and the whatever, and those can be. Although I think there's preset camos that's a style. I don't know.
There is, isn't there? If you can have a German whatever it is preset camo, which is a style, isn't it? Or you can get the Black Widow. For example, the Black Widow is a prime example of that. Yeah. You can pay for the Black Widow style, which can go on any tank.
Maybe we'll dig in.
Camo.
Maybe we'll dig into that later on in the UI and thoroughly confuse ourselves some more. Usually somebody fixes us down in the comments anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how we should start doing this program. You and I will just randomly talk about stuff and just expect everybody else to fix it down in the comments.
I thought that's what we did because, like, we get Avalon. He contributes quite well to the correcting us.
I just want to formalize this so that everyone understands the show. What's going on here? Okay.
Okay. We'll put that in the contract for when I get paid.
Right.
Not be paid yet, but we'll get there. Okay.
All right. You got to shill first. We'll talk about pay after. Semlac is back in the shop. The 1357. Every time that shows up, I say, get yourself a 1357, my friends.
Absolutely.
Semlac is Semlac is like a poison, isn't it? Anyway, the Semlac is kind of a diamond in the rough. It's not a bad tank, but it does not play like the rest of the British light tanks, which is unfortunate. It's more of a traditional light tank interior. It's good, but don't expect to be playing it like an LHMTV or a GSOR or a Manticore.
Yeah, what's the crew loadout? I haven't really dug into it, but what's the crew loadout? Because is it a grinder for the rest of the light tanks?
Yeah, I think it's 3. I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So that's it for the vehicles. So at least there's some different vehicles. That's cool. There was nothing in the gold that I saw that was new. The packages are pretty standard. There are some discounts. Wait a minute. Did somebody say there's...
Yeah, I was going to say there is.
Hey. I thought somebody...
Are you on gold now? Are you on the gold now?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at for example, the jackpot, if you want to buy credits in gold, not that everybody does, but if you did, you get the 25% discount, and if you've got a coupon, you can put that on top of it, and you can get that for
Yeah.
minimal money.
That's something we learned last week. I remember somebody mentioned it. If it's a package with silver and other stuff, you will get the discount, and oftentimes you can use the coupon. Not always, but often. The straight up gold, well, I'll be danged. It does say right now. It says I can use my coupon for straight up gold.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Not for me. It doesn't. It won't let me use coupons on gold for me.
Let me see.
But it'll let me use it on the packages.
Oh, this is classic. This is absolutely. Wait a minute. Oh no, I have to go to the purchase. Hold on. Yes, right now, I have an anniversary coupon, 30%, which is good for straight up gold purchase, which is unusual because that's what they.
Well, that is unusual, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, folks. We just found something interesting. It's called a anniversary coupon. I have it for 1 day left, which means holy cow. Let's see what I can do. 30% is a lot, isn't it, Pilgrim?
Just see what it applies. You can go to the coupon itself and find out what it applies to.
But let's say I needed 25,000 gold. Wonder if any amount of gold works. Hold on, let's find out. No, interesting. Okay. So the package though that you could get the most savings on would be the 25,000 gold,
right? Which
is $89 to start with, and I can drop it down to $69 for 25,000 gold.
Wow. That's a savings. I mean, especially if you're out to buy some gold, that's immediate. You've saved yourself nearly $30.
But for me, that's a today only thing because it's 1 day. So
okay.
I don't know if that's an oversight or maybe they just said, "Hey, this anniversary coupon." And to be honest, I don't know where that coupon came from.
Okay.
Clearly attached to the anniversary thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, something. I mean, I've not seen an anniversary one. I've had 2 rewards from tankrewards.com. I've had those coupons which I'll be using at the moment. So yeah.
All right. So premium account also has a coupon. I'm assuming the same one or maybe ones. Let's find out. 7 days. If I go to purchase, which ones do I have select? Looks like only the 30%. So that seems to work for premium time. Over on vehicles, looks like the same vehicles. I don't think there's anything really to add. Oh, the Sexton is out. They're selling another.
I know, yeah. Don't they big it up in the video? Yeah. Wow. I've never, she actually spent about 5 minutes talking about how great it is. I thought, yeah.
It's atrocious.
I know, give us the leaf blower instead because that's just as accurate.
Yeah. I think I have one of these, but I don't know if I've played it more than a few times. Oh, the Marbreaker is out there, the 4503. Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's the rental for the code as well, apparently, I think.
The Ruza, the baguette.
The French thing.
Yeah, the French thing is out there, the giant Sherman. And the Skurda T40 is out there. There's new styles for them. Those styles came out as well with Act 3. We'll get to that in a minute because some other things are going on with Act 3 that you need to know. There's the Panzer 58, just Panzer 58 now. And it has a style, which whatever the style is called on there. And it looks like the Rom Panzer's still around. The Chrysler K. There's actually quite a few things for sale right now. All right, cool. Nothing else to add. And lastly, but not leastly, and specials, because they are different than featured. Why wouldn't they be?
Of course they are.
These are the specials, all right? Not the things we feature, but they're special.
Yeah. Very special. Exactly the same.
I mention that all the time, and I always have somebody down in the comments say, okay, well, featured are this and special are that, and I'm thinking, you're missing the point. I don't get the point of why you would have two different. Well, these ones are the ones that just came out, and these are the ones that are special, but these are featured specials.
The only difference, Guido, is you can buy anniversary gold coins in the specials. Everything else is exactly the same as the featured.
All right, so their little ticket thing is not featured anymore. It's just special. Yes, that's correct.
Just yeah.
Yes, and now lots of tanks are both featured and special.
Yeah.
And then the ×5, the fast track thing is featured. I wonder if the fast track thing is also special. Let me go to special. So I find the fast track thing. Yes, the fast track little bundles are also featured. They're special and featured.
Yeah.
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 Now the Rampanzer is only special, I believe. This is the last one we'll do, folks. I'm just trying to short out what is featured and what's special here.
Okay.
The
It's in the
Rampanzer.
special.
Correct. The Rampanzer is only special, not featured.
Right.
And some other stuff. There's always a lot more stuff on the special.
Yeah. Yeah. Bits and bobs down the bottom.
Yeah, the bits and bobs. Absolutely. All right. All right, that is enough. Go out there, folks. Get your credit card, all right? Take the wallet, get a crowbar, pry open that wallet, look out for the fish hooks, and take a little cash out there and send it to Daddy, all right? That's what we're always. That's what we're accused of, right? That's what we're accused of.
Well, it is. Yeah, we're shilling for wargaming because we're paid lots of dollars to do
Heck
this.
yeah, baby! All right, let's go over to the main page and let's move on to the various things that are going on. The Sturv 103 Bravo is on fast track, so that's the weird hydraulic casemate thing. That
have you played that a lot? Do you like that?
I do. It's a lot of fun if you get it into a place where it does Sturv things, which is you've got targets, you're hidden, you got a long shooting, distance. You don't have to do a lot of maneuvering because they're very painful to play if you have to maneuver. They can do it, interestingly. You can play them offensive. It's not easy. But if you're on Malinovka or you're proc and you're getting a good situation and you're letting them have it, that's a lot of fun. But that's about it, really.
It's got amazing camo. Amazing camo. Especially if you've got a full camoed crew and all the rest of it. Amazing. You can't see. I mean, I've been in it and I've been in almost open ground and not been spotted.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there firing through a bush in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Can't remember which map it was. One of them, anyway.
I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like being on the receiving end when I can't get out into cover.
It's just like, where is it?
Because it feels like they shoot every 1.2 seconds.
Yeah.
They're only dropping 400 something, I think, on you, but maybe it's even the 300s. But it's not a huge alpha for top tier, but it just keeps on coming. And
it keeps going. Yeah, exactly. You can't. You fix your track, and then the next thing you're back at it again because he's just took your track again, and you're like, oh, Christ.
And they're so accurate and have pretty good pen that they're penning you nearly every time as well, which is, they're pretty brutal. But once they get caught out in the open, they're pretty much dead.
No, I mean they're very weak. Sides, rear, everything easy to get rid of. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Angela and Damon, the new Battle Pass heroes. So we're into Season 2 of Battle Pass, guys. We have 2 new heroes, and in typical wargaming fashion, they've have you read it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a struggle, isn't it? Really?
It is. It's why do they? All right, here we go. This is classic. This is so. I don't like being a internet white knight, and it's not even that. I've said this many times. It's just these are unforced errors.
Yes.
Right. These are just shooting yourself in the foot. I don't know who greenlights this stuff in today's age. How do they? It's absolutely bizarre, and I only can say it's because it's coming from Eastern Europe, and I don't know. Maybe
I was just about to say that
their sensibilities are different. We've gone over that, but you're trying.
Yeah.
That's fine. I got it. Every culture's got their thing, but they're trying to appeal to some different cultures, and somebody has to tell them that the emperor has no clothes. All right.
Yeah.
Here's the write-up. And it starts from the very beginning, and it never gets better. Now, how did this combat medic become a tank crew member? And I'm thinking, well, I don't know. Maybe she went to she joined the military, and then she went to boot camp, and then she was good, and she learned went to tank training. And no. People say her medical vehicle, of course, she was a nurse, right? Yes, was knocked out in a battle. And she used a damaged tank to evacuate the wounded.
I've got to top my tea up because this is going to be a long.
So, does that make her a great tank commander, or is she just a very clever nurse?
Yeah.
Perhaps it happened. Yeah, perhaps it happened. But if you look at her tank now, it's hard to imagine this vehicle once belonged to a Florence Nightingale, let alone the military. So I guess she snapped, and now vengeance is hers.
Yeah, she's no longer Hippocratic Oath. She's no longer wanting to look after people.
Yeah.
She wants to murder them in a tank.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Great.
Like I said, it keeps getting worse. Resembles a self-propelled fortress, blah, blah, blah. The vehicle's appearance strike terror in heart's enemy. This is a great one. Winning a battle without firing a single shot is the best result a former paramedic can wish for. Ari, come on, what?
Oh dear. I don't know. It's everything else they've put on it. They've put stuff like it can go underwater because they've fitted it with underwater driving specially for this purpose. They've got equipment. I mean, they've got snorkel on it. They've got a plough so she can dig the ground up.
That's just all stuff out of their bollocks, though, because
it doesn't do that.
No, it doesn't. It almost sounds like, oh, cool. So now we have snorkel gear, and I can go deeper in water, and I won't drown. I don't think that mechanic's in there. It's just fluff. There's a lot of detail about what the guns. It's talked about all kinds of different guns it has, and it can pierce, at X range. And we have none of that in the game. So what's the point of all that? She carries an assault rifle that looks like an AK, but it's really not.
No, and you've got an anti-tank. You've got an RPG there as well, which is not an RPG, is it? It's not.
And then it gets into this long thing about if you wanted to write Angela a letter.
Oh yeah, she lives in the.
If you do, we have some clues on the tank so you can stalk her. Right?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it appeals to all sections of society, World of Tanks, doesn't it? So even stalkers probably play World of Tanks. So,
look, I put way too fine a point on that, but as I've always said, it's an unforced error. It just... How a large company thinks that that's okay when they're trying to work in the West, it blows my mind. It makes no sense.
I mean, you could pass this across Sophie Lyon. Sophie Lyon, is it? And I bet she would tear this apart. Absolutely.
I don't know. She's. I don't want to speak. I don't want to speak for her. I've talked to her exactly once. She's a fantastic person and seems to have a definitely level head on her shoulders. I think to a large extent she might shrug and go, whatever. It doesn't bother me. And maybe it's just my problem. I'm just the white knight loser or something. But it just is the former nurse who took over a tank and doesn't want to kill anybody. They want to win without a shot. That's not the game. Is you're shooting stuff constantly. You know what I mean? Why can't she just be, hey, this tough tank commander happens to be female?
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't even have to highlight that she's a woman. Yeah. It's just a tank commander.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of military ladies who are far tougher than the guys. Put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've always said what they need to do is when you make a crew member, just pick male, female, and then you're done with it.
Yeah.
When they were special, that always drove me crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, there you go. So there's two styles. We've got the Skirta, and then the next one is Kilmore, and he's in the Patton, which has a lot. It's got its own write-up. They clearly did not spend as much. Whoever wrote this, if it was the same person, was not nearly as excited about Kilmore as he was about.
Well, now to be fair, it was. Well, there is a little bit of Apocalypse Now,
right?
Isn't there? The surfing, the smell of napalm in the morning. I think there's a reference to that.
Yes.
But how cheesy can that be?
Yeah. And then they've got the surfboard on there.
Yeah.
This is always funny. Kilmore jokes this is an additional screen, the surfboard. But the crew is sure their commander is a true surfer at heart. Wouldn't, if you were a crew, just know that he's a true surfer at heart?
Yeah, because he would talk about it, surely.
Yeah. Well,
he's
strapped a surfboard to the side. I think he's...
Well, yeah, exactly. What's that for, boss? Oh, that's just an extra bit of armor, mate.
I think he might be a surfer. I don't know.
Or maybe you just found it. Oh, that looks nice. Stick it on the table.
Oh, sorry, Wargaming. I love you guys, but that's anyway. So those are the two new heroes.
Okay.
Apparently,
It's just a bit cheesy, that's all.
Apparently, we're not getting a video though. We're going to get a comic strip, is what it said.
Okay. I quite like the videos actually.
Yeah, I was sort of looking for the video. I thought, oh, here's the new one. Where's the new video? But this one says, and I didn't see any links to the comic strip. If it was there, I missed it. All right, let's move on. That's enough of that whining and pissing.
Yeah.
×4 XP weekend.
That's cool.
Always good, man. Always good. For the first win, ×4 XP, you've got different missions. Oh, you can get a jumping bull decal. A decal.
A decal.
You can get a decal out of it. The jumping bull.
That's the one, a decal.
Some people are probably thinking that last part where I complained about that was a bunch of jumping bull. But could be.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's
sort of led into it, didn't you? That was quite good. That
you see what I did with that?
That's good scripting. Well done, you.
Clever girl. All right. See what I did there? Did that again.
There you go.
Yeah. There's another emblem, not a decal, but an emblem. Emblem 17. That's a clever name. It's just Emblem 17. Some kind of tiger face or something. Some kind of tiger face. So you got some emblems. You got some large kits. Always nice.
Yeah.
So we'll take a look at that in the UI. So that's going on. What else we got going on here? What's next? Third episode is out, and Commander. What is Commander? I'm sorry, Commander AF. Commander AF is starting to reach her stride, I think. So that was pretty good. There's a code in there.
I was like you. Initially, I was a little bit. And now, actually, she's grown on me, for want of a better word.
Well, we're old and we hate change, right? Yeah, automatically. It's
absolutely. It comes natural.
These new kids don't know what they're doing.
Wasn't like that in my day.
That's right. Where I tanked uphill both ways. Yeah. With only one track.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one fell off. Anyway, so what's the code?
Oh gosh,
It's
a long one. I remember it. Hang on.
Put you on the spot.
I can't even get to the video now.
See what kind what kind of partner are you? See, this is why I'm trying to push you into the background.
I've got it. No, I've got it here. You see, hang on. I'm on the ball here.
All right.
I'm on the ball. No, I'm not. Where is it?
All right. When you find it, let me know. I'm going to move on. Let's talk about customizations while you're working on that, because you and I were discussing this earlier. It looks like, guys, the new acts are apparently bringing some more decals. At least this one did. So I go back to my advice to you to hold on to your tickets until the end, because I'm not certain there's going to be anything better than the T30 3D style as the top. That seems like maybe not happening. I have heard no rumors about it, so you would think something like that would leak by now, unless they're holding it really close hold. But there are new styles and decals and emblems and stuff coming out. So my advice to you is hold on to your bloody tickets. I've got 1,600, almost 1,700 now. So that at the end you can look at the whole smorgasbord of stuff and dig in with your tasty tickets and get whatever you want, so that you don't feel like you missed stuff you may have wanted because you bought a bunch of garbage before. It's not garbage. Garbage is the wrong word. Bought a bunch of stuff.
No, but it's the niff-naff and trivia, isn't it? That's that, I guess.
Yeah.
That comes along with it, isn't it? Right, I've got you the code.
Okay, good.
It's watch what's next to 6203. So, do you want to screen share it, or do you want to want me to?
I think I'll put it up there. Watch.
Yeah, WA. Right, we'll do it phonetically.
What's
Whiskey
next?
Alpha Tango Charlie Hotel. Whiskey Oscar Tango Sierra. November Echo X-Ray Tango Oscar 6203.
Okay, hold on. Is it actually Oscar, or is it Z62Z3? Or sorry, nil.
No.
Is it nil 62?
Oh, it could be nil 6. Hang on. Yeah, it's my eyesight. It's 06203.
Right. So it's not Oscar, guys. After the tango, it's a number. So what's next? Then 06203. Cool. I'll try to put that up on there when I edit. That'll work. All right, so back to the decals. We've got all kinds of stuff. We got a Su-76I. I don't know why you would put a picture of a tank on a tank, but there you go.
Yeah.
You can put,
yeah.
You can put Carl. You know what? I retract that statement. You and I do know why you would put something on a tank. We'll get to that. There is a reason.
Oh, we do? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Commander Global Map Delivery Service. We've got some, let's see, 10 anniversary coins for unique emblems. You can see those on the screen. We've got some cool inscriptions and little, I guess those are also inscriptions. Those aren't medals. Okay, so, and then we've got the styles. We've got the baguette style, the chasseur de croissant, and the chocolate bar for the Panzer 58. Expect 3 reviews. I think 3 of us, 3 CCs, not me, but 3 others are going to do a review on the Panzer 58, and they're going to present the chocolate bar style in the quick reviews. Are going to be somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, so expect those to come out next week or the week after pretty soon if you want to see those. And then the Skoda T40 has the Ersatz armor. Oh, and there's Sense of Direction Mark III. So is that what we're doing now? We're just going to take all these styles and we'll just slightly modify them and call it Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3?
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Oh, man. Hey, you know what? More choices. More choices.
Yeah.
Content is king.
To be fair, Guido, if people of our generation probably not that interested in it, but it's some of the kids playing it and I want to tart up the tank.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, when the youngster is what it is. I said that, crikey. Anyway,
I
youngsters get a new car. They get a little souped up whatever, and then they stick all the bits on it, and because that's what they do, isn't it? Put a loud exhaust on it and all that sort of stuff. So yeah.
I painted the wheels, the stock wheels, on my green 1974 Chevrolet Vega Gold.
Of course, everybody was doing that.
Wow. Yeah. I wish I had a picture of that car. Anyway, it was horrendously bad. So Act 3. Okay, so Sturm Tiger event is going on.
Yeah,
the Sturm Tiger event is going on. I'm going to turn off.
It is.
And you like it. I'm kind of ambivalent. I'm kind of neutral.
Do you know what? For me, I can't play it on the NA server because it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so I can't stay up that late because I'm old. So I need my sleep. I need my beauty sleep, as you can see.
Yeah.
So I play it on the EU server, and I have never, in fact, to coin a phrase, I've wet my knickers laughing. Absolutely creasing myself. It is an absolute blast. It is so much fun to go at 120 miles an hour in an SPG, blapping things for like 7,000 damage a go. Because I always load up the special ammo anyway. The best game I had was nearly 40,000 damage. I was just crying with laughter. It is awesome. I love it. It's just complete and utter. I don't care. I am just going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're the sensible one that goes, well, actually, it's not doing me any good, this.
Is there a difference? Is the HE better than the heat, or does it really matter?
Yeah, the special round gives you 7,000 max, whereas the normal gives you less.
Well, yeah, and the special round has 250 pin, and the normal has 100 pin, but the obviously you have heat issues with angles and tracks and stuff.
You don't bother with that because all you do is just drive head on to the next tank, the enemy tank, and blap him as you go in.
So you just
just press W.
Just press 2. Just press W and 2 and ram and shoot.
Just go crazy. It's like being in an EBR with a great big gun. It's like, it's not involved in puppies. It's not affecting anybody's gameplay or stats or anything else. It's just complete and utter blast. The first time I played it, I just fell off my chair laughing. It was so much fun. It was just absolutely crazy. Loved it.
There you go.
It. And I wish I could stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning to play on the NA server because it would be brilliant.
What do you think? What do you think of the curfew?
Why? I can't. Why?
Why? Right?
Because
yeah.
I don't know. Why?
In a lot of times on NA, people will say, "Well, they do curfews because they can't get enough people for the queue. But that's not a problem in the EU. And the EU has a curfew also.
Yeah. It's curfew to 6 o'clock tonight. Six till 11 tonight. It's on.
I mean,
Dunno.
I would love to understand that one. Do they think that the event will take too many away from pubs? In which case, why would it matter? Because you made an event. Why not just let people play it as much as they want? The curfew thing. That's like that's just a tone deaf. No reason. If there is a reason, it would be cool if they told us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why the curfew? Because it takes up X amount of processing power for the service. I don't know.
Whatever it is.
Whatever the reason is. But you're quite right, because I tell you what it does for me. You know, when you have those really sort of 2, 3, 4 battles where you've been absolutely mullered and you're fed up and you just go into that mode and just have an absolute blast, and it just relaxes you. You can then go back to your normal battles and
you just get in your little go-kart and you
it really is a stress reliever. It's better than a massage on the back of the neck from a Thai woman.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you have to edit that.
I think we just found our next tank commander.
And what are you going to call her? Cut that.
Dude, no, we're not going there. We're not going there.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're not going there.
Even though I just did.
You did. You took it worse than I did.
I did.
Anyway.
All right, so back to the Sturm Tiger. Is it always the same map?
No, there's 4 or 5 maps. There is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is. I can't remember the maps. At least there's 3. I've seen 3.
Because I got that. I think it's Wide Park. It's got the train track in the middle, and that was people were like jumping that thing. There's like it was sharks on each side, and one would go over, and then then everyone would go over, and they'd swirl a while, then everyone would start.
It's just crazy. It's like, I don't know. It's like Mario go-karts. It's just awesome. I just as a stress reliever, it's great.
All right. Well, I'll believe you, man. I'll believe you.
Okay, we'll need to platoon together, and I'll show you how good it can be.
Ranked battles is changing, guys. Ranked battles. Guess what is not in ranked battles? Pilgrim, do you know?
Reward tanks?
Reward tanks, correct, sir. You are correct. There are no more reward tanks in ranked battles. Slightly unfortunate because I think the M60 and the 121 Bravo kind of didn't cause the issues. So, once again, it's bringing a mallet in to correct the problem, and it's ignoring the problem. But at least they're giving it a shot, and you won't have to face chieftains and 279Es. So there you go.
Yeah.
Now for EBRs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's happening. When is it, actually? Does it say when it's going to start? They have 3 new seasons. Kick off midsummer. All right, so whatever midsummer means. That could be anywhere from tomorrow to 2 months from now. So watch out for ranked battles. It is coming back, and you will no longer have to deal with chieftains. No word on EBRs, although they did limit those a little bit. So I think they've worked on that one as well. I will be curious to know if it's still easy to rank up an arty like it was, because it was stupidly easy. Yeah,
well, that was the point you made last time, wasn't it? That really the only thing to do is just getting your arty and just rank up all the time.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. So whether they've done anything with that, I don't know.
All right. Let's see. So we got that times 4, Angel and Damon. Remember, Tank Rewards is still going on. That's ongoing, guys. It's not too much longer, I don't think. But make sure you're getting your prizes. Tank Rewards.
June the 29th it finishes.
Okay. So do that. All right, let's go into the UI then. Take a look at the UI here. Where is it? I think I was just talking while not showing Chrome, so I apologize for that. If I reference the website, then my bad. All right, we've got Crouching Tiger. That is for the Sturm Tiger, and it's kills. There are 200 tickets involved if you can get 100 kills. And you have until June 24th, which is actually not bad. I thought it was over this weekend. It goes to Wednesday. So you have till Wednesday to do that. Act 3 has King of the Hill, Call Me Deadshot, and Easy Peasy. I happen to be done with those. Oh, by the way, once you finish those, provided you finished all 3 of the 2 before, i.e. you've done everything in the 3 acts, you will get your third key and you will get your T30 camo. Sorry, 3D style.
Yeah.
And
Style.
it's automatic. So it will show up in your you'll get the splash screen. It'll say, congratulations, here's your grand prize for the anniversary, which is bizarre because you have the grand prize for the anniversary like in the 3rd act and there's 5 or 6 or whatever. You know what I mean?
I mean, for me, we discussed it earlier on. You put it in perspective for me. I didn't realise you don't need to do the crouching tiger thing to get the key. So you get the key. You get the key by completing Act 3, King of the Hill, Dead Shot, and so on.
And I think all the acts had 3 things to do, I think, as I recall.
Yeah. Now that makes it, and I don't know, there doesn't seem to be any specific big main prize at the end of all this when you've got all those little coins and whatever it is. So I don't know.
We'll see. I have a shred of hope left, but it's kind of leaving. The automatic kick up thing on the missions tab is still happening, by the way. As you scroll down and you're looking at it and automatically kick. That has been brought up to the Wargaming folks, so I don't know what's going on with that. But all right, so Act 1, 2, or Act 3, those are out there. Medium tank courses, those are the medium, light, heavy TD stuff. Watt Salute is still going on. What are those missions? Oh, that's just extra XP, which is nice. Tanks and Metals, Damage, Capture, and Block. That's ongoing until July 1st, I believe. Yes, so that goes to July 1st. You have about, Math in Public, 9 days? Yeah, so you got
rest of next week, haven't you, really?
Yeah. So that's ongoing. I'm pretty close to completed. The only ones I haven't done are the Steel Wall. And there is a style involved, so that's actually not bad. All right, so that's going.
I keep flipping up, as you said. It keeps flipping up. I can't even check it.
I just did it to me, too. Tank Destroyer, we talked about. First ×4 win weekend, I already talked about that. There are available 24-hour events on there. Looks like you can do 2 of the one that gets you the large kits. So that's always nice.
Yeah.
Care Package June is there, and then Tanks and Aces, the USSR and Vasily version.
Yeah, you've got to kill German tanks, haven't you?
Yeah, I haven't got very far. In fact, since this thing started on June 2nd, I have only killed 12 German tank. Wow.
Yeah.
As much as I play that's crazy.
I just wondered if people are just not bothering going out in German tanks, because every time they do, they're getting hunted. They're getting, everybody's, kill the German tank. I don't know.
I think that's probably a perception, but I don't really think that really
I don't think it's no, it'll be a perception, but probably.
I mean, I guess there probably are some more people than usual who would go out and go, hey, I need to just shoot a German tank. But this game doesn't really facilitate that. It's not like you can go, there's a German tank on the other side. I'm going here to find him. It's
each battle is situational. You deal with what's in front of you technically, and although you got your mini map, so I personally don't go out hunting a particular tank.
And
I deal with what's in front of me,
And I don't think I would be sitting on a corner, see a low hit point German tank, and go, ooh, I can kill one even though I die. I need to get that guy for my mission. Maybe people do, but if that would be, I think, a bigger factor if the prize was really good. But because it's just kind of standard stuff and there's so much other stuff going on, I really don't think that's a problem, but I could be wrong. I still don't like the fact that they targeted a nationality. It's still an issue. I don't think it's as big an issue as people think it is, but still, it's not really a great way to build a mission.
No.
All right, tank rewards we talked about. Oh my God, this thing is jumping back and forth, driving me crazy.
Yeah, it's looking everywhere.
Well, that's the tank rewards thing. That's pretty much it, man. I think for all the missions. What else we got, man? We talked about everything we wanted to talk about. Sturm Tiger.
You've done you've done the battle pass. You've done.
Yeah, battle pass. Actually, where are you on that?
Let me just check. There we go. 28. But I've gone through all the other stuff now, so I'm starting. What am I? Let's have a quick look. Where are you at?
Oh, I bought the 20 because I have all the gold from Wargaming. So I'm at 36. I've done 16 stages, I guess, basically.
Right, I am. What am I away from getting bonds? It goes up to 45, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
two-thirds of the way to start getting bonds, I guess. It's quite nice. I'm getting the crew books and all that sort of stuff, and the blueprints and stuff. So
Yeah.
I know you don't bother with blueprints because you've got all the tanks, but for me, it's made. For example, I've just got the Leopard 1 using the blueprint, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been quite useful.
Yeah. So I've got the optics and the.
Oh, you got the optics?
Yeah, because I have the advanced battle pass or whatever.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
So I got the bounty optics and the bounty stabilizer have already come into the garage. I've lost my bounty, or I don't know if it was a bounty or if it was an approved. I have a rammer somewhere. I don't know where the hell it is.
It's on one of the tanks that
I can't find it.
100 odd tanks.
Yeah, I put it on something, and I have.
It'll be on. I'll tell you what it's on. It's on the Sexton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a fantastic place to. Well, I should have thought of that. Yeah, put it on your LAFH. It'll be great.
Yeah.
You'll get 0.01 extra speed
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
All right, so that's going on. I think that's it. All right, subjects du jour. All right, we're back. We had to take a quick break because I had to sort something out. So you've probably heard it in the background as Pilgrim talks. I stopped it so we could take a break, and we're talking. I said, hey, there's like a squeak in the background when you talk. And I said, are there birds? And he said...
Yeah. We got, my window here, I've got birds up here, and you're quite lucky you've just got the birds and not the cuckoo. It's not the cuckoo, it's the cuckoo. A bloody pigeon sits above my window. Cuckoo. Do you know what? I wish I had a shotgun, because I'll be shoving it out of that window and taking that pigeon out. It is as fat as a dog. It sits on my windowsill all bloody day and most of the night. Like, just go away. Go on somebody else's window. Jeez. That's living in the country for you.
I can see you with that hat on. In the park, on the park bench, with the crumbs and the seeds, tossing it out.
Yeah.
In your old dotage.
Birdman of Alcatraz.
Face it, that pigeon followed you back from the park, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It basically, I've got a sucker here.
It basically is a dog. It's just like, Pilgrim, I'm hungry.
It's this big. Pilgrim's pigeon. Well, there you go.
All right, so it's birds, folks. That's what that is.
I don't have a mouse sat anywhere that I know of. It's birds.
All right, man. Right. Subjects du jour. We did want to talk about Czech tanks. We mentioned it. We mentioned it last week, but some of the numbers are out. I have the
Polish tanks.
Sorry, Polish, not Czech.
Polish mediums, yeah.
Yeah, the new Polish line that is in Super Test. Is that right? I think it's Super Test.
Yeah, it's Super Test at the moment.
And this, I have the 52 up, which is the premium. What's interesting is there's no, from what I can see here, it's not showing. It's 300 damage, 320 damage alpha. The HP pool is 1300, but what I don't see here is a DPM, which is odd. The one I'm looking at. But it's got 208 pen standard, 252 at the special round, and then you're saying the
CS53, which is the tier 8 tech tree,
right,
sits at 212 and 290. 290. So 290 pen with a special tier 8 medium.
Does it say this appears to be heat? No, that might be HE. So the special round appears to be APCR for the 52. Is it heat for the 53? Can you tell with what you're looking at?
I didn't even look at that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just looked at the numbers. Yeah.
So that's a lot of pen.
Is heat. I wonder if it's heat. If it's 290 heat, then okay.
I would imagine it is. It seems like it would have to be, but not. I don't know. It's interesting. So
8-second reload, 1300 HP, the same as the premium.
Yeah. So let's look at some other tier 8 mediums real quick, just for giggles. For example, the LPC, which is relatively new. It's got 280 pen with its gold round.
Okay.
The Mutz Schwarzpander thing, that's an older premium. It's got 259. Does anything have 290? That seems really high. What
It does
about?
seem high, doesn't it, for a medium? I might be wrong, but I was like, oh, that's a bit naughty. Try the hover mediums.
Oh yeah, the German one, or the Russian one should outshine
Yeah.
everything if you think about it. Where the hell are they? Now here we go. STG is 248. Yeah, nothing there. 416 is known for pen. It's got 330. Holy cow! All right, so there you go. That's of course the 416 is an outlier. It's got that crazy high pen gun on it.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. That's absolutely bizarre. The standard round on the 416 Top Gun is 201. It's a heat round is 330.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, but like we've talked before about Hesh and heat,
Yeah.
it's got to hit. It's got to hit the right. Any angle will take it away, and tracks will take it away. So.
I mean, it's not a great tank overall because it's rear turreted and a little bit wonky to play. What's the Pantera? It's got pretty good pan. 259. The Progetto with gold is 259. So like 260 seems to be. So
That's the average.
That's a bit of an outlier. Minus the 416,
Yeah.
I don't really see anything. Somebody probably knows there's one on there that's better, but that's nutty. What's the Chimera?
I mean, again, with the caveat is it's in super test, so
Sure.
There may well be changes. Well, probably will.
Yep. All right. So
it's interesting just to look at it. And then the Polish Tier 9, the C59, is technically an AM30B twin, so it's a Polish AMB30. But for the stats wise, it's almost identical. 105mm gun, 390, 395, 10, which must be the HE, I guess.
yeah.
No, that'll be armor. That'll be armor profile, surely.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's
I can't really.
Okay, yeah, you're looking at the Russian site.
Yeah, it's all in Russian, so I'm guessing most of it. Comrade.
Ask the pigeon.
Yeah, to pass the pigeon.
Probably a Russian spy peeking in your window right there. All right. So that's that. We got the Polish medium tanks. I wrote down Czech, but they're not. They're Polish.
Yeah.
Bond shop rumor. That was from last week. No more essay on what's going on with the bond shop. It would be nice if they swapped out the tanks. We talked about that yesterday. All right, what else do we have, man? There was something else. Oh, we've been talking about the whole time. All right, so I have go ahead and do your screen share there.
Okay. Let's see if we can get it on.
Because now you can put 3 decals / emblems. I don't know what the combo, but I know you can put 3. The reason I know you can put 3 is I now have 3 on this Su 14-2 ridiculous monstrosity. And I put the great big gnarly teeth on the front of it. So if you look at it, you can see it's a great big grin. Looks like it's got a nose and 2 eyes. It's fantastic. Then I've got some silly, it's blue with a weird gold gun, and then it's got some skull on the side and then some other big, I think that's a band or something, maybe Sabaton, I don't know. Anyway, so make sure you take all of your tanks and your, especially Artie, and put just your decals all over it. No, I'm only seeing
Can you see mine?
No, I don't see it. It's a little, yeah. I think I have to do something with. There we go. Now maybe. I've got it. Yep, now I've got it. Now it's up there. All right, so this is Pilgrim's. Nice. Look at this thing.
It's a Joker in the pack. Look.
You've got it's purple, and he's got a spaceman on the side.
Yeah, you got your 100. Your 100 thing.
Oh, you found another way to put something else on it. Oh shit! I didn't know. Okay. So I need to reattack. Looks like I can put something else on. Oh, well, that's an inscription, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do have.
That's the Wargaming's. Remember when they had the First War tank?
Yep. But that's actually categorized as an inscription because I have that on. I have inscriptions. You can put 2 inscriptions and 3 decals or whatever it is on it. Emblems or decals. And then you've got the Mardi Gras thing on the front, the mask.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so make sure that's the new movement. That's the new movement, folks. Make sure your Artie is as ridiculous as possible. I have played this thing quite a bit, actually, because I'm trying to get it to 100 battles. I am sitting at a whole 48% win rate, which isn't great, at 58 battles. How am I doing mark-wise? Let's see here. 56%. But I'm doing much better. The Su-14's okay. The GW Tiger P is an absolute beast. I'm running 60% win rate on that thing.
Isn't it just? Yeah. It outstrips everything else. It is a nasty piece of work.
It is. 73 battles at 61%. I was chatting with some of the other CCs, and Zero, 3-mark legend, has 3-marked all his tier 10 Artie.
Good
I need to talk to him.
How do you do
Dude,
that?
I don't know, man. I need to talk to him. I need some tips because holy cow! I think one of my big problems with marking artillery is I spend too much time counter arty, and that's a low percentage shot.
Yeah.
If you simply prioritize being ready to shoot the second you reload, then that's way better than screwing around. Because I'll watch and look for tracers, and then by the time I get my gun over to the other guy and get settled in, I'm 3 or 4, 5, 10 seconds past reload, still trying to figure out who to shoot. So if you prioritize just damage, but I just so enjoy countering people.
One of the tips I got given was, at the very start of the battle, after the countdown, everybody bomb bursts and goes and finds a position to sit in. Don't move anywhere. Just stay where you are, get loaded, and fire your first round off.
Yeah.
Because exactly. If you're scooting away to find a location, there's no point.
Yeah.
You can be ready with a shell to drop on the first spot that comes out.
Some maps you have to move because you can get spotted, but if you can, either move a little ways and get ready, or sit where you are for that first shot.
As you're reloading, do your moving. And all that
prioritize that place the first guys usually get lit, and fire that away, and then run off while you're reloading and get into your hidey hole or whatever it is you're going to do. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, man. What other subjects du jour, man?
All right. I've been following General Patton. I've been doing a little research into his life and so on.
Yeah.
I pulled out some quotes. I've got 2 quotes, and I'm going to have to read them because one of them's quite long, but one leads into the other, which is quite funny, and I'm going to have to blank out a naughty word. not the Patton used naughty word, surely not. But anyway, let me get to the first quote, which tickled me a little bit. He said, "When I want my men to remember something important, to make it really stick, I give it to them double dirty." Now that's obviously an Americanism. I don't know what double dirty is, but anyway, double dirty.
Yeah.
It may not sound nice to some bunch of little old ladies on an afternoon tea party, but it helps my soldiers to remember.
Yeah.
You can't run an army without profanity, and it has to be eloquent profanity. An army without profanity couldn't fight its way out of a piss-soaked paper bag. I love that. As for the types of comments I make, sometimes I just, by God, get carried away with my own eloquence. Now, that is awesome. That leads into the next quote. "If I could have 3 wishes," says General Patton, "one would be to take an 88mm gun and shove the barrel right up Hitler's arse, so that can cry like a little goddamn girl he is, and hell, after that, I wouldn't need 2 more wishes." What a guy! I love the stuff he comes out with, or he used to come out with. Absolutely brilliant. Crazy stuff.
After that, I won't need 2 more wishes. Holy cow.
Yeah, I won't need 2 more. I love the bit, the little goddamn girl he is. Adolf Hitler.
I like that. I wouldn't need 2 more wishes. That's fantastic.
It's great, isn't it?
That's me. Yeah. That's me done right there. Well, I mean,
do you want a story?
If I think you probably had the same thing. But if you were in a fighter bar on Friday afternoon and your sensibilities were a little bit delicate, that was not a place you wanted to be.
No.
Because between the harassment of each other and the storytelling and getting on each other's cases and the language and everything else, a lot of people would melt. We would occasionally have guests, and they, most of the time their eyes would be about that big.
Yeah. I mean, it's strange, is that, and you'll know this, and the American military have the same sense of humor. When it comes to humor, it's dark humor. Yeah. And profanity is what it is, and when you're in a bunch of quite a lot of testosterone knocking around within the military, it's almost second nature. It comes out, am I hurting you, sunshine? I should be. I'm stood on your hair. Now go and get an effing haircut. Yeah. And all that sort of good stuff. So it's all part and parcel of it, and you're quite right. When you get people who are not involved in that, and they come across it, they're like, the jaw drops, and it's what did he just say? So it's quite funny.
Well, I've had people say to Bridget later on, common acquaintances who were guests at the bar or whatever, say things like, "Man, they don't really like each other, do they?" And she's like, "You didn't really get that. You didn't really get what was going on, did you? Yeah, you kind of missed the point right there."
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
It's quite the opposite, actually. Quite the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. You're the biggest arsehole I've ever met, and I've only met one.
Yeah. And that's a term of endearment right there.
Isn't it? Yeah. I love you to bit. You're an arsehole.
Now, so before we get to that, though, I was just looking on status report. Did you see the World of Tanks presents Tank Fest online?
Oh yes, I did see that. Yeah, yeah.
The first live.
I've just closed it. Yeah.
The first live streamed. So this is where we're going. Tank Fest, I guess this year is canceled in person. Is that must be the point?
It's going to be a live stream. I don't know how they work. They must have all the. I guess the staff will be Zoom or something. They'll have screens everywhere. And I don't know. Cool.
So there you go. You'll be able to watch it. I guess in the past, it's interesting that they never bothered to do that yet. Or maybe it was.
Because people can't get to it all the time. I couldn't get to Tank Fest. I mean, I can't get down to Bovington half the time.
But did they live stream it last year?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, I don't think I watched it. No, I didn't see it, but
okay.
Yeah, I think it was a live stream.
All right, that was my sidebar. That was my sidebar. So you had a story or something you were going to tell us?
Diplomatic incident. Remember last week you said I'd gone around the world creating havoc, and it was a sort of joke.
I didn't say it. No, I noted a fact.
Well, yeah, okay,
yeah.
You noted a fact.
I'm just noting a historical fact that happened. All right.
Well, just to reinforce your noted fact.
Yes.
The truth is, I've caused a diplomatic incident, which was quite a giggle at the time. Okay. Right, I was stationed in Hong Kong in 1984, when it was still a colony, and the reason why the British Army was in Hong Kong.
Did you say 1884?
Behave. It's bald under here, but it's not dead yet.
No, all right. I'll stop interrupting.
No, it's fine. Typical Air Force. Good grief. Never around when you want them, and then there's two of them when you don't want them.
Yeah, and then they go back to their hotel in the pool.
Exactly. Yes. Go and get your knife and forks and eat your dinner for crying out loud. You don't use your hands like the
like a real caveman does.
Yeah. 1984, posted to Hong Kong. Fantastic place, loved it, absolutely loved it. But the reason why the British Army was there, not only was it a crown colony at the time, and we've discussed colonisation before with you guys. So anyway, so it was a crown colony, and we had a responsibility to defend it, of course. So we were there for two reasons. One was to provide a armed force in response to any Chinese incursion, and secondly, to control the influx of illegal immigrants. So we had a fence system which went across between New Territories and China, and it was a double fence system and so on. And then it was quite, and it wasn't like the Berlin Wall. It was there was a lot of movement between the fences as long as all the paperwork was right and so on.
Yeah.
So I was posted to a place called you did sort of like tours up country. It's a little bit anywhere. You got your base back in Hong Kong Island, which was Stanley Fort at the time, which was in Mandarin. It's Chek Chu Ping Pong. There you go. A little bit of culture on your channel. Chek Chu Ping Pong is Stanley Soldier Fort. Anyway, so that's where I was stationed, and we were sent up country, and we went to a camp called Lo Wu, which is on the border, and it's a staging post, like an FOB, forward operating base, for patrolling the border. The nearest town on the other side of the fence was called, I don't know if you're going to have to bleep this, Shattercock, okay?
Yeah.
So that was patrolled by Chinese border guards, and it was an open border with a red and white barrier. Used to go up and down over, and they would be in a little box on their side, a little sentry box, and we would be our side. Now, interesting fact, they were armed with the Chinese equivalent of the AK-47 at the time. We were armed with wooden sticks, because we're the non-aggressor. So we had a stick.
Good.
We had a stick. They had semi-automatic machine guns. I'm going to hit you with this stick. I'm going to blow your head off with this.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, that's the way it was. Now, while I was at Lo Wu, it was my birthday. And it was back in the day when I used to take a whiskey or two. as you do. And the guys all got like sorted out a birthday cake, and they got me a bottle of Jack Daniels, and it was a night off. We had the Friday off, so I thought, oh yeah, a couple of whiskies, as you do, bit of chocolate cake. I like chocolate cake, like we all do. And I was looking out across the playground, across to the border, and there's the Chinese border guard, all very stoic, stood there, and I thought he looks a bit lonely. So I wandered over with the chocolate cake, the whiskey, over no man's land, into China. Would you like a piece of cake? I had AK-47 versions shoved in my face.
Oh God!
I was then duly arrested by the Chinese border guards. But I was pissed out of my head. I didn't care. I was like, oh, we can all have chocolate cake. We can all have a whiskey.
That was not very neighborly of them.
We would have welcomed them if they had a birthday. So
bloody hell, you bloody commies! Don't you have birthdays? Come on.
You have chocolate cake over there, so they didn't even taste it anyway. So it took about 18 hours to get me back over the border. So I wasn't interrogated or anything like that. So that's quite useful. And they wouldn't have got any sense out of me anyway because I was absolutely pissed out of high school.
You guys like I don't have.
I got so much crap for that. I went in front of my commanding officer, who then had to go and speak to the speak to the consulate general about it, and so on and so on. It just went all the way up. It was like how I ever got promoted. I think they just promoted me to get me out of the way. Yeah. They just keep promoting me up to warrant officer class 1. Just get him out of the way. He's just too much trouble. So yeah, arrested by a Chinese border guard who does not like chocolate cake. That's his problem.
Border guard guys like, I don't have a birthday. I was born in a test tube.
Yeah. Strange.
Man, you are kind of lucky they didn't crap all over you while they had
you. I tell you, you want some real facts about this. We almost stopped sending the illegal immigrants back over because we were at. I can't remember there's a border post you can look over into China, and when we sent the IIs back when they were captured our side, they would be taken into an open-sided shed and beaten to within an inch of a life with sticks. The Chinese border guards were beaten, so we were like, we're not sending anybody back for that. Yeah, no way.
Yeah,
crazy.
Well, at least you might know which ones were theirs if that guy didn't get sent in there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm sure there were some that were there, although they probably had plenty of legal ways to get their own people in there to spy, so they probably didn't need to do the.
It's a fairly open border. I mean, there was a primary and a secondary fence, but most of the gates you could, if you had the right paperwork, you could go across. And it was quite funny. They've got a perimeter intruder detection system on the fences, and so you would be sat in your guard room in your little box, and lights would be blinking because they climb over these fences.
Right.
Do you know what? The first fence is a 9-foot fence, and the second one is a 12-foot fence, and they've got razor wire on the top. The IIs could get over them in like 8 seconds to 10 seconds. They would be over 2 fences and away. They were fast, man. They could get over them fences without problem. As soon as the lights went off, do you know what they gave us to get down to the section? They gave us bicycles. We didn't even get BMXs. We got granny bicycles with the little baskets on the front. We had to cycle down with our stick in our hand going, come out of the bushes, you II. Nobody takes that seriously. Like, yeah, whatever.
Good Lord. Good job, England.
Yeah. Anyway, that's me. That's my story.
Okay. That's his story, and he's sticking to it. All right, man. I think we're done. Did we have anything else? I think we're done.
I think we covered everything, haven't we?
Yeah, guys. So have a good week. Have a good week of tanking. I should see you hopefully Monday and Tuesday if you guys come by for Monday for the Stack Up on stackup.org, and then Tuesday on my standard deal. And that's it. I guess we need to wrap this up. We will get it edited and get it out to you guys. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Absolutely. And that's me out. Guido signing off.
That's me done.